okay? We're at the death of quality, which is fine. Because it happens. It has to happen. It happens again and again. It's happened before, and it will happen again. You know what I mean? Quality, okay, is based on talent and skill and need and desire. It's all of the best traits of humanity create quality when it comes to art and basically most stuff. And the thing about quality is it's exhausting, but also it provides so much more really than it takes to give. It just takes so much to give. So you have like things that are like quality, right? You got the Hoover Dam and fucking the American highway system and the American legal system for what good it does sometimes, right? And even deeper, you have that sort of like spirit of a country or a spirit of a folk or a spirit of a people that sort of like transcends a lot of the daily issues with motherfuckers. And that shit is fucking going away, right? Because what I like to call parasites, capitalists, in general, they wheedle their way in there, and then they just start owning. They buy shit that they shouldn't be able to own by taking advantage of people's weaknesses and their access to capital. That's it. There is no good thing about an Elon Musk. There's no good thing about, a fucking J. Edgar Hoover. Well, not J. Edgar Hoover. Who the fuck am I thinking of? Rockefeller? Whatever the fuck. Nothing good about a Rockefeller. There's nothing necessary about a Hearst, right? We just keep getting these fat fuck weirdo looking parasites and their inbred fucking fail children for hundreds of years, thousands if you count the monarchies. And what they do is they basically put you in a position where like they can take advantage of your weakness, right? They get black folks addicted to drugs and steal their music. They let Jewish people know that they're about to get pogromed, and they use Jewish people as scapegoats for their own fucking iniquities. And then they get everybody else at each other's throats all the way down to the working class and side to side and left and right and stuff in order to take advantage of that and buy up all the shit. And what happens when they buy up all the shit because they're greedy fucking parasites is they eat it and they turn it into shit, which eventually becomes fertilizer. But they are functionally useless, right? They don't have value. They're like the vast majority of people that are in Hollywood right now are trash. That is an accurate fucking description of Hollywood. It's so bad. Hollywood is ass right now. Like the fact that James Gunn making like mid to good tier superhero stuff, slop to a degree, is the height of what's kind of expected from people is nuts. Like when horror movies are routinely the best movies in the year because the dramas are fucking dog shit. All of the writers in Hollywood have nothing to write about because they're all fail kids. Where's the 10 fucking people in Hollywood that didn't go to fucking Harvard to learn how to be comedians? Kill yourself. Jesus fucking Christ. Like, oh my God. Like these fucking people, you know, they're like fucking fleas on a corpse, right? They got nothing to say. They can do nothing but take, and they just get in the way, right? And that's where we are. The quality thing is real. It is a real thing, but it's fine because we're going to have a fucking cultural collapse, and those are the best things ever because then we get to build it all again, but in our image, right? Steal power now. That's like the coolest thing ever is that like when you're like, oh man, democracy is going crazy. Like everything's like fucking, it seems like it's crumbling. Like, bro, you need to fucking steal power. Go and join whatever party is the strongest. It doesn't matter if it's Republicans or Democrats around you, and just fucking rug pull the people that are in there. If a fucking the most uncloseted homosexual Brazilian drag queen on earth can convince Long Island New Yorkers he's straight, Jewish, and a Republican and grease them for millions, you too can become in charge of something. Just keep saying you love Christ and wearing fucking flannel and ill-fitting jeans and say, I love Jesus. And I don't know about those Hollywood people that don't understand us. And then just do socialist shit. Everyone's going to be like, oh, this is fucking great. And then just be like, goddamn gay people or something. And then, like, just be gay. Just literally rug pull everybody. In the arts, like, this is the best thing ever. Like, dude, you should, everybody, whether you're on the right or left or whatever the fuck, should pray for the death of DC and Marvel. Like, those companies being fucking collapsing under their own weight is good. The annihilation of Disney as a corporation is fucking awesome, right? Like they're not making new stuff. And we're really hitting a fever pitch with this because people are running into Sora, and you're seeing the kind of catalyst of why this is an issue and what's happening. And that's that people don't have they can't comprehend things anymore. Like the slop drinkers who have elevated themselves too highly are now massively exposed, because just basically anybody that's been like, I made a power scaling fight in Sora, it's the best thing ever. You can cut them out of the gene pool. I'm not even fucking kidding. Like, if I swear to God, I would be worried if you're a fucking AI user. If you are a person that uses generative AI, I would be super worried that they're putting you on a list. For fucking, like, to go to a camp. I'm not even fucking kidding you. If I was trying to actually do eugenics and be like, which one of these things are a fucking worthless eater? Everybody that uses generative AI would be going on the fucking train, because you're literally not as human as everybody else. That's not like a lightly set, like, you're actually giving yourselves brain damage. They're doing like tests and they're like, oh shit, people that use this are not just stupider than other people. It actually even makes them dumber. It's crazy. It's like creativity radiation. And then I see people who are like, dude, animators are going to go out of a job. It's like, what, because of what you made fucking Peter Griffin fighting Jujutsu Kaisen's main character. I can't even remember what his name is anymore. I read that entire manga. Not even fighting the most interesting person in Jujutsu Kaisen. You should have him fighting fucking Toki. I remember his name, or Toji, and maybe I don't. Like, you're such a low value human that it actually does like bring to mind those statements from people like fucking whatever the red pillars. Like, I get it. You should be worried. You should be worried that your entire existence is a mistake if you like that stuff, because it probably is. Like, that's equivalent to having a baby have keys shaken in front of it, but the baby doesn't like even need the keys. It just needs to hear like key shake, and you just start like freaking out, like pee pants, like, this is the best thing ever. Like, this is a replacement for my fucking surrogate mother, which is, if you didn't know, Nier Automata's 2B, and also that video game and like 5,000 gigabytes of pornography I've downloaded about it. It's like, you're really setting yourself apart as being non-worth human treatment. And it's because there's people only have enough concern in their heart for so many people. And it's like, damn, your parents didn't get an abortion and they had you. And what the fuck? You just ate their resources and shit, and you sit in a house all day waiting to die. Not even, like, you have all the time. So many of these people have all the time because they're useless. They're like, I'm just going to suck up welfare. I'm never going to have a job ever. Never have a job. If I do get a job, I'm not going to try at it. I'm going to be the guy that everyone hates on the loading dock. Can you please stack the fucking pallets inside the yellow line? Hey, can you still pack the solid pallets in the yellow line, huh? I'm being rebellious, dude. Walmart's a multi-million-dollar corporation. Why are you trying? Like, bro, because we have to still do this or I'll lose my job. You're not rebelling against Walmart. You're rebelling against me, and I'm forklift certified. I will fucking drive this thing over you. Well, I want workman's comp. You know, and it's like these useless creatures. These things that look human but aren't are like not even among us. They're just like on Twitter. It's like, it's crazy. You're seeing moths to a flame. And I swear to God, if you take the roles of people who actively used Gen AI, after whatever's about to fucking happen, it happens. Everyone can feel that fucking Leviathan slumping its way out of the fucking ocean right now. We all know that there's something coming. It's very doomsday-y out there. If my side wins anything, that whole list of everybody that used Gen AI is going to be a great way to figure out like who can and can't be allowed to do certain things. Own guns, maybe have kids, maybe be near kids, actually. Probably a lot of you even be near kids. Teach, oh my God. Nope. Drive cars? Probably not. Own weapons? Fuck no. Like, what, you use Gen AI? Holy shit. Like, branding somebody that did that with like something on their neck just so everyone knows, like, what is that? Like, oh, he's one of the fucking diminished ones. He didn't do re-education after either because he can't read. What do you mean he can't read? Yeah, his parents just should have had an abortion and then they didn't. And he grew up to be like 17 and is fucking barely fucking illiterate and uses text-to-speech and grok to do racism on Twitter. Like, oh, really? Yeah. Like, yeah, we try to re-educate him, but he just gets like mad like a dog with half its brain missing, just grunting and sniffing, but like you could tell its eyes don't focus. So yeah, we just branded him. He walks around. People throw food to him. He's just not allowed to own anything, right? Because he has the like the brain dead instincts of like a fucking hornet or a wasp. Like he just kind of wanders around like searching for cruelty to do. And I feel like identifying those individuals and being like, okay, yeah, you're one of them. It's fine. Like, you're making lists of people. We all make lists of people, buddy. I know what kind of lists you have. I think that's going to be a great one. Oh, you use generative AI? Yeah, you're not allowed to be a doctor. You're not even, I don't know how you even thought you were going to go to medical school. Oh, your parents are rich. Well, there you go. But you're not allowed to be a doctor. Just because I used Gen AI once? Yeah, man. What were you doing? What were you doing with it? What'd you make? I don't want to say what I made. I just wanted to practice drop. What did you make? It says on the list what you made. They copied all of your prompts down, and you didn't make just one thing. Fucking insanity. Yeah, the bubble. Oh my god, the AI is a bubble now. It's like people are saying the same thing that I said 2 years ago. This shit's never gonna make money. It can't, for a series of reasons. A, it has to steal people's IP. And if it doesn't steal their IP, it doesn't have anything of value to anyone else. The people who have the IP already actually don't want to make stuff at that speed because then they'll diminish the value of their IP. Disney could, if it wanted to, put out new Aladdin every year. But even they have to pace out their Aladdin releases to something reasonable, like once every 5 to 10 years for a new Aladdin property. Why? Because you'll diminish your IP. So even if they wanted to use it, they couldn't use it. It would be not worth it for them, like in the long run. And nobody would want to work with them. And that meant that none of the workers would be slaved to Disney anymore. And if the workers aren't slaves to Disney, then the workers will go out and do their own shit and make property that Disney doesn't control, which will destroy Disney. So Disney doesn't need that. They don't need the AI. They have, if the workers are not dependent on your job and you can't enslave them through it, then they will rise against and murder you because your life has no value. And the second they realize that you're not signing paychecks anymore, they go, damn, if you were dead, the world would be better. And they're right every time. They're always correct. Like, I don't look back at the storming of the Bastille and go like, oh, that was a fucking whoopsie-doodle. I don't even get it. I wrote about Robespierre. I don't know. He had some good ideas. He had some really shit ones. He fucked up there. He started with the best of intentions. Oh, man. It's only when the fucking guillotine started getting put against the workers that I was like, all right, maybe not. But I'll tell you what, the destabilization of the French aristocracy is fucking great. Good shit. Good shit. He died too? Fucking win-win. I'm talking crazy, all right? But seriously, like that's there's no value there. There's nothing to make. If you don't have the system to be preloaded with other people's shit, you can't make anything. Krita doesn't need that. Photoshop doesn't need that. FL Studio does not need to be filled with other people's content in order to work. None of them do. Only that one thing, which sets it apart from everything else. And if you take all the content away, it gets fucked up. What I said from the get-go was going to happen. There's going to be rights holder disputes. They're going to be massive, beyond fucking reckoning, because tech bros are some of the most useless people out there. Not people that program computers, not people that are interested in technology. I mean, rich fail sons from California through like rich coastal families who basically aggregate talent in Silicon Valley by using their money and their half understood programming degree. The vast majority of tech bros, when I say that word, could not figure out their way to start to finish in Python. They are all pirate software. All of them. They are all pirate software. They can talk the talk because they're near it, but they're about as good at programming as your average football fan is at playing football at a professional level. Not at all. And they suck. They're parasites. They just are. They in the most typical way of talking about what a parasite is. It doesn't provide anything. It sucks out energy from shit and maybe uses its like the thing's eyeballs to replicate and then pop out. Right? It's just alien over and over and over again. Chest bursters. And it's infectious and it fucks up other people. And like AI is so obviously like the thing that it would become. There's a good technology inside of Gen AI, and it's just the fucking denoise noise scattering. That shit's cool, right? That's a good way to do blending and make blending better. And you don't need any of the training to do it. That's the best part. You don't need any of the stolen IP to actually use that part. You can use that with what you have right now as like basically a better version of a clone tool. That's all it is. A really good clone tool. That still isn't so good that it's efficient. It's the clone tool plus way more computational power. And so it drinks oceans in order to allow you to fucking generate pornography of your fucking neighbor's kid. That's all that AI is. Right? It's not dreams. It's not creativity. If it was good for creation, people would be using it. Like people talk about like they recreated the ruler. It's not. And it's over leveraged. When I saw, I predicted this, the fuck collapse in December, January, whatever, when I was researching a video I never got to put out about the H-1B visas. If you look at tech hiring trends right now, or at least in January when I was looking at this stuff, I think it was, they stopped hiring AI programmers. AI programming is a dead job. Dead. Because they figured out it's as good as it's ever going to get. Philip DeFranco and his ability to be shocked and have that same stupid haircut for 10 decades does not actually make him a fucking good metric of if things are happening. So if you ever just see Philip DeFranco and you've had the same reaction as him, understand, high possibility you've been bamboozled. He's one of the most easy to trick people online. That's one of the reasons I used to watch him. He was a great weather vane for like, oh, yeah, Philip DeFranco is getting tricked again, isn't he? Oh, better help. You know, it's just like psychology, but on your phone without real psychologists. Like, oh yeah, okay. So you're just giving access to random fucking people online to mentally ill motherfucker? What is it? Or do you have a cult generation machine? Is that what that is? Because people that don't understand, and I'm going to blow your mind, basic physics, fundamentals of mathematics, try to talk about this stuff, and no one understands that there's no such thing as linear scaling. There has never been linear scaling in technology. Ever. Nothing has scaled linearly. That means x equals y or whatever, right? XY grid. Whoop. X go up, y go up, or x go over, y go up, over, up, right? Linear. Nothing scales like that in the technological world. Nothing. Nothing ever has. Wheels, they change everything, but the technology of the wheel doesn't get that much better. The difference between a wheel in 2025 and a wheel in the fucking year zero is actually on principle non-existent. It hasn't changed at all. It's just like, yeah, axle plus wheel. What actually got better is just different ways of making all of the little parts. Technology creates one large thing and then descales every time. It gets big and then it goes flump and completely collapses. And all of the growth industry is just about perfecting not the technology itself, because the technology's done. Stick, rotational energy, right? Plus something to capture it, attached to thing, help roll. That's the technology. That is the tool that was created. Everything else is about making the functional parts of the tool better, which usually involves the creation of other tools, which is cool. So you have the wheel gets updated from, stone or wood to like little different pieces, and you create new chunks of it, right? Which are still just fundamental old technologies. Cladding is it's a whole science, is cladding alone. Charlie, what about tires? That's called cladding. It's something attached to something to protect the other thing from the elements and use. It's cladding. Wait. Armor is cladding. Shiplap is cladding. Paint is cladding. It's cladding technology. It's surface technology, envelope technology. That's a whole different, it's a different type of tool. And that tool predates the fucking wheel. Cladding is one of our oldest tools. We never even talk about it. Clothes are cladding. Anything that you attach to the outside of another structure in order to let the fucking elements or any wear and tear get it. Tents, you know, basic fundamental structures. And that's the thing. Technology doesn't scale. The wheel doesn't get better and better and better. The wheel is done. Axles get created. Axles get better. And then the axle's done, right? Like, oh shit. And then you get a suspension because you have a car, but then like that's done. Like you're finished. It gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. The thing is more complicated in the interior. So you can see the height of where something's going to go the second it exists. Because you can say you see immediately the value of the tool. That's the cool thing about tools. Is if you know the use context for it, you can see probably the entirety of the use for it outside of something that might be a miracle down the line. But it never replaces everything, ever. That, like, never fucking happens. Usually, it will get pushed. In the post-advertising age, you see basically trying to destroy other companies and stuff to bring stuff back. But, like, CD players are gone. They're gone forever. People are trying to bring back CD players now because no one trusts online storage, as they shouldn't. Record players are already back. Record collections are already back. People want fucking solid-state books. They want newspapers that they can hold because you can't trust the internet to hold on to archives. So the entire internet, the age of digitization, is being rolled back because people have seen the height of what digitization can do. And now they're going, bringing that back, and make the little smaller parts inside of it more complex. AI has shown you what it can do. And it's basically like 3 or 4 different total technologies, most of which have been around for the better part of 2 decades. The recognition technology, okay, like, hey, is this relative to this sort of shape? Yes, no, okay, cool. And the fucking noise denoise, right? The denoising from noise in, noise out, imaging stuff. That's pretty fucking neat. All of the rest of it is just basically them trying to capitalize on it, and then a bunch of sociopaths who think that they're gonna fucking summon the devil with fucking AI. There's people that are like the most important people that think they're gonna summon the devil from the AI, and it's gonna bring about the end of the world because they're tech bros. They're not geniuses. They're not. They are not figuring out things that are impressive. I know that sounds crazy, but we're so deep into impressive and past the early 1900s to like the mid 1900s were real shit. And we're in a bit of a like lull right now as people figure out like the complications of real shit. Because we got into the industrial age, people could do experiments they were never able to do, and then they went, oh fuck, theory of relativity, atoms, that's fucking crazy. What the fuck can we do with carbon? The what can we do with carbon question is so much more interesting than what can we do with AI. AI could help you, and it can't. But like, AI is over leveraged because of that, because people have promised stuff with it that's insane. It doesn't even make sense. It's like, I don't know why the fuck you would say that. We're going to switch out radar mapping. It was a CT scan. We can use a CT scan, and using AI, we can turn a CT scan into an MRI scan. No, you can't. You can't, because it's a different thing. It's like saying I can take this and I can change it into something that absorbed it from a different hardware. I can take this fucking album in my hand and just turn it into a CD by like whispering fucking sweet nothings to it. You can't do it. It's made different. One's grooves and cuts and all this sort of shit. You can maybe get something that images it and changes it, but it has to be a specific thing to get the same thing every time. We're also finding out the thing that I knew was going to be the case from the get-go, which is the fucking AI, because of how denoising has to happen and how these calculations have to go down. The thing that makes it valuable, i.e. it's a randomizer for copyright theft, makes it also completely deleterious to any efforts to use it as a tool. It has inherent and built-in slop. It has so much built-in fucking fallibility. It cannot be used for calculation. It cannot be used for calculation because it will never give you the same calculation twice. It will assume, it will hallucinate, and the more you use it, the fucking faster the fucking burnout rate of the hallucination gets. So like, you are just using shitloads of fucking energy in order to get basically the same thing that I can achieve already with Control-C, Control-V, minus the conversation about whether or not your thing that did took so much more energy and effort to make, but doesn't look as good as Control C, Control V, like you have to justify the value of it. I think the AI bubble is going to be one of those few bubbles that pops where basically the entire population is going to go, I told you this would happen. And every single one of them was, except for the subprime mortgage bubble, because nobody knew what the fuck that even was. But everybody's pulled their shit back since then. I think this is going to be the bubble that kills billionaires. I think that's what's going to happen. I think we're going to get into a position where there's going to be people asking for bailouts, and we're not going to have to give it to them because people don't have their fucking life savings wrapped up in this shit. And anybody that has money in it probably already got fucking pump and dumped like a crypto scheme. The leveraging for this is insane. I think when I was looking it up, I forgot to finish my point about jobs. AI jobs completely taken off. Is the hiring trends. Even in the hiring trend sheet, people are trying to fucking spin it like this doesn't mean that AI isn't valuable. It does. But they were no more AI engineers being hired. None. Almost across the board. I know somebody who's hired as an AI engineer. Okay, like the 10 guys. Everybody else is getting fucking laid off. And what they were hiring instead was a bunch of people that do PR marketing and business acquisition stuff. I.e., hey, my business is doing good. It's doing so good right now, you should buy it so you can limit competition to the other business you just bought, which will definitely make it so that you can make that thing valuable. You're gonna see all of those AI companies are about to fucking collapse and be cannibalized. And I think what you're going to find is that the normal collapse and cannibalization trig, the old Six Sigma fucking grind set, is going to fall apart. I think you're going to see them all fucking disintegrate because there's not going to be anything to eat. Every fucking business that's based its growth on AI is calorie poor. They have nothing there because there's not like... It's all fucking... It's hokey. They have no holdings. The IP isn't even theirs. So, like, you can't even buy the IP and crush it because ultimately, when you go back, OpenAI is open. The thing that they all based all of their tech on, this is why they're everywhere, is open source technology, right? And the papers are out there. It's completely replicatable tech. That's why it showed up in China so fucking fast. There's next to nothing to it. If you look at the actual algorithm chains, it's not like it's a big fucking thing, right? It's not this gigantic, it's not like something hyper complex, like a video game or something. You know what I mean? A CAD operating, some unique program. It is just how to make this happen. Blah, 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 blah. And the long ski, and you can replicate it pretty fucking quick. You can understand the basic mathematics of it if you're one of these programmers and drum it out. You're like, yeah, I can make that, which is why people keep making them. Right? Like, Tyler, you couldn't do it. Of course I couldn't do it. I don't care to. But all the people I've heard talk about are like, yeah, you can make a fucking Gen AI program in your spare time. If you get on the Python programming website, right? Like the Python, teaching you Python, open source Python education, it's not even all the way to the bottom of like the hardest shit you can do to program a fucking large language model or any of these basic AI structures that people are selling. It takes nothing. And because it's open and there's no patents that are like people are relying on. It's not like you patented the word Pokemon and you're like, oh yeah, this isn't physical, but no one else can say Pokemon. There's nothing there. So when you buy this company and sell you're going to sell desks and t-shirts and some pretty decent computers. That's fucking it. It's going to be a fucking office furniture warehouse sell-off. Like, yeah, we laid off all of our people. There was only 10 left. Our operating budget is all in marketing, which is gone money. That shit is vanished. Well, you stopped marketing, right? Yeah, but if we stop marketing, no one's going to know we exist. So we basically have no one here working on anything, but we get on Grok every day and we just say that we're doing good and hoping beyond hope that some fucking angel investor is stupid enough to swallow this poison pill of a company that we have. How many of us are there in Silicon Valley that are like this? Oh, the entire fucking valley is poison. All of us. What do you mean all of it? Everyone. There's companies that were valuable companies that they provided a service. They did like, they did some weird back end programming. They were quality assurance guys. These dudes did, novel hardware development, and they got bought out. They switched all over to fucking AI and sold off all their stuff forever ago. So where's all the stuff? It's like some guy has it. I don't know. But all we have is like 40 dudes in a fucking office and patents that aren't worth anything and a name that's connected to AI that looks exactly like 6 other names. We're beacons.ao. There's beacons.ai. That was 700 Indians in a trench coat. There's beacons.io. There's beacons.ka. There's beacons.beacon. There's b.cons. There's beak.ons. There's beacon.s. I don't even know where they came from. We don't even know if they're a real site. I think people were fucking with us. We actually don't own 2 or 3 of our websites. We forgot to we forgot to fucking pay for them. We don't know who's uploading content onto it. You know what I mean? And so like there's the normal thing that happens when one of these busts happen and people buy all this toxic debt and stuff. That's not even going to be able to like get you out of it. Like it's going to just fucking all the way down like spaghetti. I'm excited. I'm excited to watch it. And I got to say, you got to have the courage. Wall Street people that invested in this, you have to have the courage that your forebears did 100 years ago. And when the collapse happens, 20th story sidewalk. That is your fucking role in this, okay? You did your gambles. You're washed. Don't do any of that weak shit. Don't try to go to Sri Lanka and become a monk or wander out into Amish country and rediscover your love of butter churning so that you could be on a CNN show or whatever the fuck. 20th story sidewalk. 20th story sidewalk. Embrace your roots, okay? It's time for Wall Street to return to a sense of propriety. When you lose it all, jump. God damn it. It's true, the older open version of ChatGPT is a few hundred lines of pretty simple code. The math is the only impressive thing, and it's fully figured out. Yeah, it's like, that's it. There is no magic. That's the thing. That's the cool thing about magic, is it's not real. If you ever go, this is like, I swear to God, if I was born rich, I'd be a fucking quadrillionaire with being able to fucking, like, bet on this stuff. I joke with my wife all the time. I'm like, you gotta let me just have like $1,000. She's like, you're not taking anything. You're not taking any money you could be spending on anything else to the fucking stock market to gamble. Like, fair enough. But here's if it sounds good, too good to be true, it is. Okay? And if it sounds like magic, don't pay for it. Magic's not real. And that just means you don't understand what the fuck you're buying. Well, I just put some milk in that and it turns into gold, the guy says. You have a cup and if you pour milk in it, it turns to gold? Yeah, and I got a lot of milk and I don't have a lot of gold. Oh, yeah? How does that work? Well, it's magic. Watch this. Boop, 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 boop. It seems like you still got a cup of milk there, but what's it going on? Oh, I paid $1,000 for this. Oh, no. What's happened? Like every fucking time. If you don't know how it works, don't buy it. Okay? That's it. Like ever. Okay? If you don't know how it works and you can't make it work, don't buy it. We used to have organizations that made that not have to be a thing. Federal Trade Commission, right? They would double check stuff, make sure that you're not getting fucked over because not everybody can check. That's kind of gone by the wayside. So you're in the new era of what we call I don't know, 100 years ago again. If you don't know how it works, don't buy it. And if you can't make it work on your own, don't use it. That's it. Like, what? I shouldn't buy a washing machine if I don't know how it works? I mean, at this point, no. You can figure out how it works. Just look it up. Find a part of the internet that's not fucking AI poison. And just figure it out. Okay, yeah, I got it. It just spins a little, pour some hot water, cold water. Oh, it just shakes around a bit? Yeah, it just shakes around a bit. It's not magic. It's a fucking washing machine. I think I'd get one of those to wash my clothes. Hey, fuck yeah, dude. How's the dryer work? Big fucking metal drum. Spins hot air from a gas heater or a big electrical fucking coil just blowing in there. No way. I swear to God. What about the little vibrating tube? It's the hot air gets shot out the back with all the wet in it, and it takes the wet away. It's the same way your air conditioner works. Oh, hold on now. You're saying a dryer is a reverse air conditioner? No, a dryer is an air conditioner. Oh, come on. It is the same thing. Air conditioner is just way more efficient for a whole house. The dryer is inefficient, but the high level of output that it has works for wet fucking laundry. Ah, that sounds insane. How does an air conditioner work? It's fucking condensation coils. It drags the hot, wet air in from your house into a little thing called a compressor, right? And then it condenses all that cold air. All that cold air is condensed, blah, 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 blah. And it sucks the water out. And then it takes that hot and it goes and spins the hot outside. And then it just removes the hot from the cold air. Or removes the hot from the air. Air just has energy in it and wet in it. And then it gets rid of it. So what happens to the water? It drips out of the air conditioner. Oh, I've seen that. I've seen that. Yeah, you have. It takes the water out. Same thing as your fucking dryer does, just a different way of doing it. You saying I could use a dryer to cool my house? Yeah, but you gotta have to have the dryer on the outside. It's gonna suck the air into it. It's not worth it. The dryer only dries that part. Okay? Heats it up to cool it? Yeah, because you can only apply energy. You can only apply energy. You can't apply cold. But what if I put ice on something? You don't have... Ice doesn't apply energy. It takes it away. What? It takes the energy away. I don't know what to tell you. If I put it in the fridge, yeah, the fridge gets hot. It gets hot, and it takes all the hot away from the hot. Oh, no, this can't be. Is it just like the air conditioner? Yeah, it's the same principles. It takes the hot away from the hot by using hot. It's got a little part in the back. It's got hot, wet air in there. It sucks the wet and the hot out. Puts it in a little condenser. Oh, sorry, where's the water go? There's a little fucking pan underneath your refrigerator. It's full of water right now. No, yeah, there is. It's called a drip pan. Well, my refrigerator's special. It's a $7 million refrigerator. Still got a pan underneath it. It's got a pan. It drips the water into the pan. Sucks the hot out. Sucks the hot out. Sucks the water out. Sends the cool back in. So the ice is just water with some of the water and all of the hot sucked out of it. And then you take the water and the cold and you put it on somebody, try to suck the hot out of them. Oh, no. Yeah, and then what happens? Oh, I get the water. Yeah, and you got to get rid of the water, don't you? Oh, no. It's all the same. Yeah, it's like there's like what we figure out one thing and then that's it. And then we figure out 500 different ways to do the one thing. That's just impossible. You want to know how a hot water heater works? No, tell me. Oh my God. Go to the landfill and find a washing machine. People be throwing out perfectly working stuff just cause. I mean, for real. Yeah. Fucking dryer is probably good to go. I fixed my dryer 6 months ago. It's simple as shit. They look fancy because they got all curves and shit. Every time you open it up, it's just a bunch of fucking, it's a metal frame with a big drum. The best part, my fucking dryer, as expensive as it may have been when we got it, is built the same as everybody else's. Even the shitty looking ones, right? The ugly fucking, yellowed plastic Flint filter. You open it up, there's a fucking basic ass, the most basic rotary engine you've ever seen in your life, multi-stage engine, right? That can accelerate or decelerate based on the amount of energy going into it, and a big fuck off belt. Big fucking friction belt. Not even with teeth on it, just a big friction belt you kind of wiggle into place on the drum and it fucking just spins it. And that's it. That's what's inside your dryer. 9 times out of 10 you could fix the weird noises my dryer's having by just putting a fucking playing card or two underneath the feet. And then people they lose their minds. Ugh. Thermo fucking dynamics, baby. Don't tell them speakers and microphones are the same thing. Dude, you ever fucking put electric in a magnet? You know a magnet could dance. Speakers and microphones are the same thing as electric watches. I think the AI crash is coming pretty much within the year. Now, if you're talking about the part of the crash that is like when people say it's like, now we're experiencing it. I mean, yeah, that could be 2 or 3 years down the line. I think the AI crash is happening this fucking year. Probably, if it doesn't happen at this quarter, then it's gonna be by next October, right? By the next end of the fiscal year in America, because it's too negative. There is no positivity in it, and nobody's getting their money back. It's a Ponzi scheme beyond excuse me. It's a Ponzi scheme beyond Ponzi schemes. And there's too many people right now with a vested interest in making Democrats, which people pretend fucking Silicon Valley is, Democrats, making Democrats like responsible for bad economy. I guarantee you they can, the government, by the way, can crash. The government itself can crash AI the second it wants to. The United States government could crash AI, and the United States government could crash Tesla instantaneously if they wanted to in a day. And it's not like one of those ones where it's like, you know, viewer, the people that are out there looking in from the outside, you know, fucking us peons type crash where, you know, it's like, oh, run on the banks. It's a major investor crash. Like investors will go like, what the fuck? Big time, guys. Because the vast majority of Elon Musk's money comes from government subsidies, trade-offs, whatever the blah, 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 what do you call that? Fucking carbon credits, that whole stuff. The government is in control of every reason. Everything that Elon Musk has is because of the government. That's kind of the thing. He's been getting government dick suck for a long time and giving it back to people. But now it's kind of obvious people don't like him. And so he's like, you know, on the fucking razor's edge. He has to be hyper valuable and in good with the current administration in order to make stuff happen. Like one of the biggest things we got to make sure is that Elon Musk is not permitted to launder his reputation so that we can fucking break that bubble. Same thing with AI. AI exists because of massive government subsidies. Government subsidies that are well in excess of how much, I'm pretty sure, how much we need to do fucking universal healthcare. Palantir's a fucking former CIA thing. That's all Peter Thiel and Sam Altman. They just get fucking government funny bucks in order to try to beat the Chinese. But that doesn't even work anymore because the Chinese cleared us on it. Because we hire insane amounts of foreigners to work in America on the stuff that we don't want foreigners to learn about. I don't know how to say that in a nicer way. That's not even xenophobia. That's just like, what are you talking? Like, hey, we need to make sure that no one figures out what happens in our new Manhattan project. Get those fine German scientists over here before this war ends. What the fuck? So we end up completely fucked out of everything, right? And it could get turned off at any second. At any second, the government can stop subsidizing them, and that's where most of their investor return. When investors want, and they're not just being raw speculative, they want their fucking payback. They get dividends at that size. They get their dividends from Ponzi schemery, right? So the government gives subsidies to fucking Sam Altman, and then he pockets half of it and gives half of it to the people at the very tippity tip top, and then down it goes. It's a lot of fucking, you touch my pockets type shit. Because people don't kill motherfuckers anymore. So like, if you don't have the fucking SEC regulating trade and stuff, then you can't get in trouble, right? Like, yeah, you wouldn't do that to Tony Soprano because Tony Soprano, if you do illicit shit and then you don't pay him, he's gonna fucking send Silbite. You know what I mean? And it's the same for other people, but you can't get to motherfuckers anymore. So like, there's no recompense yet, but people are getting fucked a lot down on the bottom of those things. Investor certainty is not, I don't think, high. I'd have to look into it, actually. I can't comment on that specifically, but I gotta say, as far as like things I would put money in, not that. I would invest in ammunition and guns right now. Ammo and guns is a good fucking investment because people are nervous as shit. Buy gold. This is like one of the few times I'm like, yeah, this isn't the worst buy gold moment in history. This isn't the worst buy gold presidency. You might be a little bit late on it. I don't know what futures are looking like. But like, I would not put any money in fucking tech unless you're betting against the system. This might be a good time to fucking get ready to start buying them dips. You know what I'm saying? But like, sorry, my wife just went, oh my God. But like, is anybody getting that money back? Fuck no, right? And they could turn it off at any given time. And I think the possibility is what you might see is a one of like Trump's ripcords might be, we're finally gonna bring, they got a lot of us, I liked it, you liked it, but this technology is bad for America. They're poisoning our air, they're drinking our water, and we've got to get rid of it, folks. I'm gonna bring corrupt Sam Altman. I never liked him. He has a weird face. Corrupt Sam Altman, we're bringing him to justice. There's a lot of guys out there, they're longtime Democrats, Democrat donors, Pelosi Democrats. We're going to bring them to justice. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be that shit. Get dunked on. It's going to be that shit, and fucking it's going to be great. If something like that happens. I could see it happen in the next year or so. It could be years, right? These things fucking get kicked down the line a while. But AI is so speculative, and so few normal people have their like life in it the way that we used to. When I was a kid, my grandpa watched the Dow Jones Industrial like a fiend because his pension was wrapped up in the Dow Jones Industrial, right? So like that's how they did the fucking pensions and shit for a while. It was post fucking Reagan era shit. And now, like a lot of people are like, 401ks are for suckers because that's in a bank and banks are gonna all fucking fall apart. Right? Like, I don't have money to put away for, what do you mean a future? I could get shot to death tomorrow. So, like, the possibility of, like, normal people being affected is low. Normal people can't get fucked over by the subprime mortgage bubble because people don't have houses anymore. If there's a housing bubble and it collapses and people that own most of the houses can't afford them anymore, most of the people that own the houses are multi-trillion-dollar companies, multi-billion-dollar companies, as it were. Fuck them, right? So there's going to be like, hey, we need to do bailouts. And now we're well post-Occupy. And people are going to go, fuck no bailouts. And we're in a prime position to try to get at the lowest level people in there where you could actually have a moment where you let fucking corporate America's throat get slit. You got to fight for fucking local control of your government so that you can get this shit. It's going to be down to state representatives and senators. They're going to be the ones that are going to have a fucking knife in their hands and fucking Sam fucking Altman's throat on the fucking block. And like, dude, we're right there. Just gotta not fuck this up. And we gotta fucking destroy these fucking overly monopolized companies and destroy the corporate America. Left, right, and center should be there. I don't give a fuck how fucking, what of a racist cunt you are, right? You wanna be a racist fucking moron. Be a racist fucking moron. We'll deal with that at some point anyway. But like, you can't be a racist and also just be like, oh man, but I really do like sucking corporate cock all the time. Like, I don't understand that about fucking Republicans these days. Y'all gotta cut that shit out. You gotta get on it. You gotta get on it. Be anti-corporate. You gotta fucking start getting these guys in. This fucking limp-wristed fucking Benny Johnson fucking, what's that fucking Nancy boy's name that's in charge of the fucking House Republicans? I can't even remember. God, he's so fucking forgettable. He's not Kevin. What's his name? He's so closeted. He dresses like a dad from the 1950s. What the fuck is that guy's name? I don't know. But like, dude, you got to force these guys to break up these corporate fucking things. And I think starting with I think if we can get people to start like tasting the blood, you know, you get that first whiff of like one corporate giant getting fucking bellied out in the middle of fucking Silicon Valley, you're gonna go like, damn, everyone's eyes start turning black. Poor people are like, fuck, that shit was kind of cool. So the company just died. Yeah. Who lost their jobs? Honestly, like a bunch of people with H-1B visas, they are just going back to India. Oh. So no Americans are losing their jobs. And a billionaire killed himself because he was sad that he lost everything? Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Hope you enjoyed your time on the Westside.